Hello, 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 and welcome to today's Pep Talk with Dr. Ellis, your counselor, your coach, your teacher, your guide, but also your friend. Thanks for tuning in on today. What's today? Today is Thursday, June 18th? Yeah, June 18th. That's what it is. Yeah, Thursday, June 18th. So thank you for tuning in on today. All right. I hope that these episodes, segments have been a blessing to you. It is my thoughts, it's my belief that I don't believe the world can get better, our nation can get better, our society can get better until the people get better, and that being you and me included. But I think when the people get better, and that's when things get better. So I thank you for taking the time to get better, and that's what it's all about. God told Adam to be fruitful and to multiply. That's what God instructed him to do, and that is to grow, to get better, to be better, to strive for better. So let's get down to it, if you will. I told you also that I believe that as we discussed what's going on in our nation right now and all over the world, being the protested and so forth, that all that's great because it's time for change. It's needed and necessary for that matter. However, we do need a leader. You're going to need a leader. You can have a whole lot of sheep, but without a shepherd, you're just in trouble. All right? So we're going to need a leader, and so I figured, it's going to be this Sunday. It's going to be Father's Day as well. We need someone with some virtues. We need some virtues. I gave you a scripture last week, and we'll be finishing it up today as best as I can on all 25 virtues. But in 2 Peter 1, you guys know I got to go to the good book. Man, there's no better book than the good book. I believe all good books are written from the good book. All good books, to me, come from the good book. When it comes to personal development, reflection, enlightenment, whatever makes society and people better, you can find it in the good book. All right? Now, 2 Peter 1, Peter writes, verse 5, but also for this very reason, given all diligence, add to your faith virtue, to virtue knowledge, to knowledge self-control, to self-control perseverance, to perseverance godliness, to godliness brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness love. For if these things are yours and abound, you will be neither barren nor unfruitful. In other words, you'll continue to grow. You won't be unfruitful. You'll bear much fruit. All right? Your life will continue to prosper and be blessed if you have faith, virtue, knowledge, perseverance, godliness, brotherly kindness, and love. He says, for anyone who does not have these, anyone who lacks these is short-sighted, can't see for their perspective. It's not good. All right? So, let's get to the 25 virtues. I also think about a virtue when Jesus was walking through the crowd. I don't know if you guys are familiar with your Bibles. When Jesus was walking through the crowd about the woman with the issue of blood and someone touched him. Jesus says, who touched me? And the disciple says, Lord, with all these people, nobody knows who touched you. He said, no, somebody touched me because I felt, the King James Version says, I felt virtue come out of me. And the New King James Version and NIV and all the rest of the version says power, but virtue, because why? Virtue is power. Virtue is power. All right, so we need some virtues. All right, and the people who have virtues have power. All right, so let's get them down. All right, let's go through them. I told you one, we need honor. Honor is respecting those who are over you, but also acting in a way that is deserving from those who are under you. So make sure you have honor. All right? Courage. Make sure you have courage. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the strength to move forward in the face of fear. Courage. We need that from our leaders and from ourselves. Same way with honor. You give, you show honor by being honorable. All right? 3, compassion. Make sure at the end of the day you have compassion. The ability to step aside of yourself and perform an act of selflessness towards someone else, all right? Respect. The respect you show to others is a reflection of self-respect. So you have people get all angry and mad. Well, I'll give you respect when you earn respect. No, you simply give respect to yourself. Anything else, you're disrespecting yourself when you obviously disrespect somebody else. So let's say someone disrespect you. Well, then show them what respect look like by respecting them. You got it? Loyalty. Staying true to yourself and standing by someone else's side when they face adversity. That's loyalty. All right? Don't leave them. We need some leaders. Whoever's going to be our next leader in this free world, we need a leader who has honesty. Well, that's hard. You know, it's amazing. Everybody wants everybody to be honest with them, but most folks not even honest with themselves. Trust me. Not only am I a doctor and counselor and so forth, but I'm also a pastor and teacher. Well, most folks just not honest. That's just how it is. So you need to be honest with yourself. I believe in the day, don't ask for everybody to be honest with you until you can be honest with yourself. And then once you're honest with yourself, then try to be honest with everybody else. Then you could ask for other folks to be honest with you. How about that? All right? So honesty. Prudence. We talked about prudence is the capacity to face reality squarely in the eye without allowing emotion or ego to get in the way. Wow. Prudence. I told you cannot conquer what you're not willing to confront. That's prudence. So you're going to face whatever that object is, whatever that hurdle is, that hinder is. You're going to face and deal with that without putting your emotions and ego in the midst of it. Got it? All right. Grace. We need someone who's grace, giving something to someone who hasn't earned it, doesn't deserve it, and yet we give it anyway. Grace is simply, again, giving someone the dessert, though they had eaten all their vegetables. Not to give them a bowl of ice cream, but a taste of what the ice cream is like. So therefore, they are influenced and enticed to go ahead and finish their reach and eat the rest of their vegetables. The end-all goal is not to give them the dessert. The end-all goal is to get them to eat their what? Vegetables. And by them eating their vegetables, they're able to get the dessert. All right? So show some grace. Grace doesn't mean you're weak. It means, again, it doesn't mean, again, you fold like a lawn chair. It doesn't mean that. It just simply means you got a end-all goal to get an objective done, and therefore you got to give some people some grace to get it done. Got it? Not like you letting them get away with it. All right? Forgiveness. We need to make sure we give someone forgiveness. Gandhi said an eye for an eye will only make the whole world blind. All right? So be willing to forgive. And I told you that when you don't forgive, when you hold a person in your prison, be in your heart or your thoughts of what they've wronged you with, you're putting yourself in prison as well because you have to stand guard. All right? So however long you keep them in there, you keep them in there for a month, you got to stay in there for a month. You keep them in there for a year. There's some people that have to forgive people in 30 years. Well, they still been in prison themselves for 30 years. All right? Have some humility as well. Humility is the leadership quality of taking the brunt of the blame when things go wrong. But when things go right, be able to pass the compliments and share the wealth with everybody. That's humility. Also, humility as well is leading from a position of service. The leader always served those who are up under him. Instead of people thinking the people up under him serve him, no, he served those who are up under him. The disciples asked Jesus, out of all of us, which one of us is the greatest? Jesus said, that's easy. He said the one who serves all is the greatest. So the leader ideally is serving everybody else versus everybody serving the leader. All right? That's humility. Serve. That's why I love church. Church allows you to serve. Believe it or not, church allows you to operate in humility and allow you to have that leadership quality. All right? Number 11, be authentic. Being true to yourself isn't easy. Pulling off the mask that hides your flaws. So a lot of times we don't become ourselves. We're not authentic. We're not original. We're not genuine, if you will, because we feel folks are not going to accept us. No, do that. But before you can do that for others, you got to be willing to accept yourself. All right? And then once you accept yourself, don't be, so stern and so difficult. Well, that's just the way I am. No, you still need to change. You still need to get better. You still need to grow. But accept yourself. Say, this is where I'm at. Let's say I weigh 200 pounds and I want to weigh 180. Okay, I accept myself at 200. Now I got to put something in place so I can lose 5 10, 15, 20 pounds. But not, well, it's just the way it is. No, it's not just the way it is. That's the way you accept it. And if so, then that's fine. But then if, once you accept the 200, when people say, well, you're a little over this, well, don't get all angry and upset. You've already accepted it. So there's nothing to get angry about. Now, if you hadn't accepted it, then that's the real issue why you're angry. Got it? Excellence. Excellence is striving to be better than the day before. Never giving in the voices that says that's good enough. I told you good enough is what? Not good enough. Good enough is never good enough. You always say, that's good, that's excellent, in whatever job you do. The Apostle Paul says it like this: all that you do unto the Lord, which means, again, you won't cut God short. That's if you have a relationship with him, you won't cut him short. Most folks still do cut him short. Cut him short with praying, cut short meditating, cut him short when it comes to giving 10% of tithing or first fruit or seed or sacrificial offering. They still cut him short. So do everything in excellence. Here's why. Because once you do everything in excellence, then you also made yourself a recipient for getting everything back in excellence. Remember now, that which you sow, ye shall also what? Reap. And then do the old golden rule. Treat others the way you want to be treated. So you want to do everything right, so everything can come back to you right. It has to. That's the law of the universe. All right, let's get to the new stuff. I got at least 13 of these things to get done for, that's off to 12. Okay, number 13, kindness. Kindness, there is strength in kindness. A simple smile, a kind word, or even an arm on a shoulder can change someone's life. Kindness really is superpower. Just be kind. I was reading in Genesis chapter 5, verse 1 and 2, and the Bible says, and when God created Adam and Eve, he established mankind. And I think what's happening in our society today, there's no kind toward all man. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what color a person is. They're not an animal. They're a man. So where's the kindness? So it needs to be mankind. Be kind to every man. People say, I'm a kind person. Well, if you're kind to only people who are kind to you, then you're not kind. No, you're not kind. If you're kind to everybody regardless. Because you what? You're a kind person, period. Someone can be a jerk to you. I'm going to be honest with you, a straight butthole. And you still going to treat them kind. Why? You're a kind person. But if they can go there with you, then you're not kind. You're just only reacting and reflecting the kindness you get. People kind to you, you're kind to them. But you're not a kind person. Got it? So we need to be kind. That's a virtue. We need a leader who's kind. Gratitude. We need a leader who has gratitude. Did you know that you can't be resentful and grateful at the same time? Grateful. Have an attitude of grateful. Be grateful for everything you got. Good, bad, big, small, little, a lot. Be grateful. The Apostle Paul says, I've learned to be content in whatever situation I'm in. He's grateful. Grateful to be alive. Grateful to have people around you that loves you and you love other people. Then be grateful. The car you have, the life you have, and anything you don't have in your life that you want, then go get it. But still be grateful. All right? We heard this one before. Patience is a virtue. Yeah, that's number 15. Patience. There is no truer act of love than patience. Be patient. But I also learned, I was talking this morning and talking to my son this morning, and we was talking about wisdom. And I told him, you cannot even get wisdom without being patient because you have to learn it. You have to learn. So be patient in your life. Be patient on reacting, responding. Be patient. Be patient with yourself. I hear people say all the time, I just feel like I should be further ahead. Based on what? Based on what? You know, now that you got a little enlightenment, a little reflection, now you just want to go ahead and bypass everything else. No, you need to be patient and continue to learn and continue to grow. You know, you just can't rush it. You could be 5 years old. You just can't all of a sudden be 16 and want to drive a car tomorrow. No, you got to be patient. You got to grow. All right? So patience is very important. 16, commitment. Do what you say you're going to do without excuse. Oh, my God. People are not committed at all. They do what fits them. I'm committed to God. I'm committed to working out. I'm committed to eating right. I'm committed. And soon enough, something happened. The commitment's out the door. Same way with these New Year's resolutions. It's a known fact that roughly 75 to 80% of New Year's resolutions will be done the first 30 days because people are not committed. Do what you say you're going to do without excuse. Write this down. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Otherwise, you can't hold other people. It's amazing we hold other people to higher standards and we hold ourselves to lower standards. No, hold yourself to higher standards and you hold other people. But we don't. And therefore, we have what's called disappointed because people didn't do what you thought. But yeah, you don't even do what you say. So how can you be mad at them when you don't even do what you said? We need somebody with leader with tenacity. Tenacity is the ability to stick it out and never give up, to keep going when things are tough and there is no end in sight. Tenacity. I like that. It's the only way to live life. The way I like to think about it, tenacity is this. Tenacity is what? Quitters never win, and winners never quit. The ability to stick it out no matter what. Never give up. Never. All right? We need a leader like that. That we're going to make sure this thing happens for this nation, for this country. We're going to make sure everybody's given rights. Everything be an equal playing field. No one will treat anybody wrong. Be clear about this. This will happen. We're going to stick to it till it happens. Got it. 18, tact. Be honest, but be tactful. Well, I just had to say it. Sure, you had to be honest about it, but you didn't have to be raggedy about it. All right? You got to ask yourself, too, and I've been mindful of this in my when I talk to people. It's very clear, very simple. When I do say what I say, though I'm being honest, am I saying it to help or to hurt? It's just as simple. Help, hurt. Help takes you up, hurt takes you down. Am I saying it to help, which means I'm building somebody up, or hurt to tear them down? It's that simple. Remember, there's another human being on the other end of your words. That's it. That's it. So whatever you say, be honest. Of course, be honest. But are you saying you being honest to help them, or are you being honest to hurt them? We need a leader who's generous. Generosity. We need that. Maya Angelou said, people won't remember what you said or did. They will remember how you made them feel. Be generous with how you treat everyone. They'll feel amazing. They'll look forward to seeing you. Matter of fact, our Lord and Savior Jesus said that the good shepherd, the prophet, the teacher said this. When you have money, he said, make friends with it. Make friends. So if you got a little extra, you got some people you care about, make some friends with it. You guys want to go out? Need this, need this, need that? Yeah. Look how you make them feel. So don't be so quick to hoard all the money. Wait, you ain't going to get out of this. But he said, go out and make friends with that money. Make friends. All right? Be generous. And keep in mind, that which you sow, you shall also reap. Luke 6:38 says what? Give, and it shall be given to you. What? Good measure. Pressed down, shaken together, runneth over. All right? Shall men give to your bosom. All right? So be generous. Have some empathy. Empathy is the ability to put aside your ego, step into someone else's shoes, and experience their emotions. When we do this, we create what's called a connection. The number one emotional need we all need is connection. People say, no, our main problem is communicating. No, it's not communicating. You just don't have no connection. Remember now, you got to connect before you communicate. And then you got to communicate before you commit. People won't commit to another until you communicated clearly to them. And then they won't be able to hear what you got to say until you connect it. So have some empathy. Put yourself in their shoes. Kind of, how can I say it? Go there with them. Just go there with them. Walk with them. I believe when Jesus says, when a friend asks you to walk, when a neighbor asks you to walk 1 mile, walk 2. Yeah, just walk with him. You ain't even got to say nothing. Just walk with him. I'm working even more so on myself with my spouse. You know, just walking there. not really saying anything, but just walking. They're doing the talking, I'm doing the walking. Amos 3:3 in the old good book, I already got a reference of scripture, say, how can two walk together unless they what? Agree. So long as I'm in this with her, let her just talk. I don't know if you figure this out or not, but people like to talk. People do. People like to talk, especially about themselves. Oh, themselves and their opinion. People got an opinion about everything, all right? But mainly, have some empathy. Something happened to them that maybe not a big deal with you. Again, walk in their shoes. Just walk, not ask you to talk, but just walk, all right? That's empathy. Contentment. Contentment is dissatisfaction, is the misconception that you need more than what you already have. Contentment is a mindset. It's choosing not to look at lack, but see the abundance that already exists. And it makes sense. Being optimistic, pessimistic. Glass half full, glass half empty. I heard people say, I won't be happy till I get this. God, are you going to put your happiness off all that time? I won't be happy now. Apostle Paul says, I make myself happy. Yeah, why? Because I think about all the stuff that I'm blessed with, all the things I have. I'm not so much focused on what I don't have, because all they're going to do is take me down. I need to focus on the things I got, and that takes me up. Appreciate. Be grateful. The fact you still breathing, still alive, and a lot of folks, whether they was rich or not, are dead and gone, be grateful. Be grateful that you got somebody that loves you. You got a job. You got a house. You're on the street. Be grateful. All right? Be content. Not saying don't, every day I'm not hustling. Don't. That's not saying can't stop, won't stop. That's not what that's saying. It's saying I'm still going to be content, enjoy what I do have while I'm working toward more. All right? And when you're not content too, boy, you are just a whiner and a complainer. Don't do that at all. All right? You clearly can tell, everyone can tell you're discontent. Number 22, assertiveness. Be assertive. Be unapologetically, go after what you want in life. Be assertive. Let the world feel the full weight of who you are. Live with passion and purpose. Assertive. Go for it. That's all I can say. What Nike's slogan says, just do it. Be assertive. Don't ask for permission. Go for it. Don't wait to see what happened. Go for it. I think it was Steve Harvey that says, just jump. Stand on the edge ain't going to do it. Be like the disciples. They saw Jesus, thought they saw a goat, and Peter said, hey, man, if you be who you say you are, bid me to come. Jesus said, come. Man walked on water. He was assertive. Now, the rest of the 11 boys sat back on the boat and watched. People said, man, I should have went on when I walked out there too. Right, but they wasn't assertive. 23, cooperation. You got to have cooperation. The most important virtue for success is the ability to cooperate. If you can't play well with others, you're going to get kicked out of the sandbox. You got to play well with other people. I don't fool with people. Well, you're going to kind of hurt yourself in getting blessed because most of your blessings don't come through people. And then why not? You don't fool with people. What's the problem? Oh, well, I've been hurt a lot. Oh, okay, well, that's kind of you. You just didn't recognize who they were when they showed you. I heard an old saying that says when people show you who they are, you kind of might want to believe them. You just didn't believe them. But then you've also stopped learning. Well, I don't fool people because I got hurt. But did you learn? Did you learn anything? Well, yeah. Well, good. That should make you better with more people. All right? And then that should make you a better, watch this, people person. All right? So cooperate with people. You got to be able to work with people and have a team. All right? Because a lot of people are different. All right? 24. I'm almost there. Adaptability. Improvise, adapt, and overcome. All right? Adaptability is the ability to be flexible, to change, and gain the advantage of any situation. Adapt. Things that aren't adaptable break. Things that aren't adaptable don't survive. So you got to adapt. We got this COVID-19 thing. We had to kind of adapt, move some things around. All right? You got to adapt. And then last but not least, number 25 of all the virtues, and we're done, Have some integrity. Jesus, have some integrity. Most folks in this country don't have no integrity at all. Integrity is the solidarity of our virtues. It's the quality by which we live out our values and prioritize our principles. It is the culmination of character and action. Act with integrity. And the word integrity, that's your intention. Integrity. Be a person who do what they say. Integrity. Have certain values. So I'm not going to belittle myself. I'm not going to be condescending. I'm not going to disrespect someone. I'm not going to cheat someone. I'm not going to lie and steal to beat someone. Why? Because I have integrity. I have values. I have morals. I have character. I have integrity. 25, we're going to make, again, run for the border real quick and I'm done. This is what we should have in all of our lives, but mainly in our leaders for sure, all right? And I told you that every father should have these integrity, and certainly any leader of the free world, any organization, and we definitely pray and believe that God will send us a leader for this new movement in 2020. So we need honor, courage, compassion, respect, loyalty, honesty, prudence, grace, forgiveness, humility. That's the first 10. Need to be authentic, be genuine, be real. Because I just want to be real. Well, be real then, doggone it. Just be real. Most folks fake. What we call this reality TV and all that. Most folks just fake. That's not real. You know that, right? That reality is not real. So be authentic. Operate everything in excellence. Be kind, mankind. Be kind to everybody. If you're not kind to everybody, then you're just not a kind person. Be grateful. Have some gratitude. Patience is the mother of all learning. Be patient. Commitment. Tenacity. Can't stop, won't stop, stick to it. Have some tact. Be honest. It's not what you say, but the old saying is how you say it. Generosity and then empathy. Put yourself in somebody else's shoes. Just walk with them, if you will. Don't talk, but walk. Commitment, assertiveness, cooperation, adaptability, and then integrity. All right? So those are the 25 virtues that Peter talks about that add with your faith that makes you a better all-around seasoned person. I believe the world is getting better because we're getting better. And that's what it's all about. And here at Pep Talk, as we go through Lunch and Learn, Dr. Ellis cares more about your growth than your comfort. You've heard this saying, as a child continues to grow, it's called what? Growing pains. They cry. They go through this transition. Well, that's what we all must go through as well. But continue to learn, continue to grow, and continue to focus on getting better. When we get better, the world gets better because we're all part of one world. All right? Well, God bless. I hope you enjoyed today's Pep Talk. Don't forget to share. If you care, please share with everyone, again, to make them also better. Better is what it's all about. I'm adding value to myself that may add value to you. All right? So consider being a partner and sowing into this ministry, and we're so grateful and thankful for all that the Lord is doing. All right? So be blessed. Have a wonderful Thursday, and I'll see you on Tuesday at high noon. God bless. Bye now.